Hey guys, it's Heather with Diamonds and Dragonflies, and I am coming to you today with a series that I had started originally with my channel and then I kind of backed off of, but I am reviving it. It's called Side Project Saturday. So every Saturday, I'm going to have a video go up showing a small project that we are going to attempt to at least complete a lot of it. Some of them are not going to be able to be completed in the course of doing this video. They might have to cross over doing a couple of videos. So we'll see how it goes. But today we are going to be doing this cute sunflower gnome that is set up to look like a framed picture. It even comes with a stand. So when it is done, you will be able to display it as such. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that going to be super cool? So you might be like, where did you find this? I found it on Temu. This is just a public domain AI type drawing. So I'm not stealing from any artists or anything like that when it comes to these little like off-campus projects here. So I do kit these up differently than I do other projects and on canvas projects. So I'm going to show you how we do that, how I'm going to do that. So we're going to walk through that process, and I will have the link below. If this is still available, I will link it below so that you guys can go and check it out and maybe purchase it for yourself. So I'm super excited. I have never done one exactly like this, so this is going to be really super cool. So what I'm going to do here is I do tend to, when I do small projects, I don't necessarily kit up the whole thing at one time. And because I don't know whether or not I'm going to be able to complete this in one sitting with you guys, I am going to do this in a couple of stages. It just dawned on me I did not grab a cover minder, and I'm going to need one. So hang on 1 second. I just have to reach over and let's just do my dragonfly, because it kind of goes. It looks like there should even be one up here. All right. So I'm going to just peel this up a little bit at a time. So I am looking at, we're going to start with just doing from here down. So I'm going to need to have 1, 2, I, and 0. So I'm going to find them on my train here. So everything comes with this kit. So you get the part you're going to diamond paint. You get a basic toolkit that you could use. I'm not going to, but we could. You get your drills. They come in a train. And you get the stand. All right. So what did I say? I and O. Okay, so it's the last two here. So that worked out well. The first two and the last two. All right. So I'm going to put those to the side. Now, if you've ever watched me kit up a project before from Diamond Art Club or any other company that sends the reusable stickers, I save them, and this is why. So I recommend using a Sharpie. Otherwise, if you use a different kind of pen, they either won't work and write on it, or they will smudge. So I wrote down the 3 symbols. All right. Those two are fairly little. All right, that one's a little thicker. So I have one of my small Bella towers that I just got, and I put my essential trays and my essential plus trays in it for right now. They're not going to stay in here like this, but it serves my purpose for now. So I'm going to take one of these, and I'm going to take my sticker, and I'm going to put it on the side of the tray here so that I can see it when it's in the tower. Cut the top off. Dump the drills for that one. Now you will need to be careful because they do not have lids on them, okay? So don't be like slinging things around or anything. If you don't feel that you're going to be able to do this in one sitting or in a day or so, you might want to consider using like Harbor Freight containers or small Bella trays or from another company that has lids, okay? So we've got those. I put those in essential trays. This one is small, so we can use a small one for that, just an essential tray. And let's see, that's number 2. So we'll put that on here. And we'll cut the top off of this. I know a lot of people that have never ever done any of these like side project things. And I'm sorry, but you guys are missing out because I love these types of projects. Okay, there is quite a bit in the number 1. So I am going to use one of the Essential Plus trays since there is way more in here. All right, gonna put that on there. There we go. And yeah, that worked out a lot better. Okay. So I'm going to try and show you, hopefully I will not spill this, but see how they are in there. And then I can see the labels to know what the symbol is that's in them. All right. And like always, I save the packaging that the drills are shipped in to condense all of my plastic. All right. So I don't need scissors right now. I don't need any more labels at the moment. Put the pen to the side. And now what I need is an actual pen. I think I'm going to use that one. Hold on. Let me see it because I just got done using that one. Let me see what other pen I could possibly pull out and use that kind of matches. Let's do this one. It's very similar to the peach one, but since there is no peach in that kit. Oh, I just dropped a pen, guys. Fortunately, it was the aluminum pen, so it did not break. Thank God. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to pick it up with my toes, and Atlas is watching me like, ooh, is this a game? Are we playing who can grab mommy's pen first? No, it is not a game. All right. And now just to show you that you don't have to use wax from another company or alternative wax, I am going to show you, we are going to use the wax that came with the kit just to be different. Because I will not be multi-placing. Very rarely can you ever multi-place with these types of projects. Make sure if you're using the pink wax, you take off the plastic cover or you're not going to be multi-placing nothing. And I like to pull off the bottom one too. That is just me, but I think it works better. And I'm going to use this tray just for the wax, so I don't get it on my light board. So I'm going to just put it on there like that. Okay. All right. So let's load up the pen. You just press down and wiggle it around. All right. And we're going to peel back just some of the plastic since I'm not sure we're going to be able to complete this. And this might be too thick that I can't put it under, but let's see. Nope, it is thin enough. All right, so then I've got my dragonfly holding the plastic back. All right, so the next thing, I like to do the bigger symbols first. So I'm gonna do these eyes. So I've got my tray here, and then we're just gonna pick them up and put them down. at a time. Just making sure you get them within. There are little faint guide circles. So just making sure you get them in there. These kits are great for multiple reasons. Little side off canvas projects, because you can get coasters, you can get bookmarks, both the rectangular kind with a tassel and even the corner type bookmarks, keychains, ornaments, magnets, wall hangings. They are really awesome for having a fun little simple project that you can do. They make fantastic gifts. And I decorate my house for each holiday and season. So for me, it's a great way for me to add some decoration to my house. Now, these white ones are teardrops. So you need to look and see which way they are going, and they are going with the point down. So I'm making sure to get these lined up with the point going down. But they're just a great way too of just breaking up the monotony sometimes of working on kits, especially if you're working on a big kit. And a lot of times I see people make posts and I hear people say that, you know, they're not able to diamond paint as often as, say, I am. I am fully disabled. I do not work. I guess you could say my YouTube channel is my employment, so to speak, but I'm not monetized, so I do not have enough subscribers and stuff yet, so I don't make any money off of putting up videos. It's just for me and you. It helps with my mental health to be able to talk and get things off my chest, and then it allows me to try and start and establish having relationships with other people outside of the home, but without the fear of face-to-face interactions. All right, so we've got that edging done there. So I can put that one away. And now we're gonna work on the scroll work down there. So I'm gonna start with number 2. All right. Oop. Come here. Sorry, I got a dog hair. Shocking. Not. And let me put that there. Okay. But they're a nice way to break up that, you know, especially if you've been working on a kit for months, you know, if you don't get a whole lot of time to diamond paint during the week because you work full-time, or you work full-time and you have kids, or you just have kids that you are taking care of full-time, you don't always get the opportunity to diamond paint. And I get that. So sometimes it can get old because you've been working on the same kit for days, for weeks, for months. And you can be like, oh my God, is this ever going to end? And you might get a little burnt out, that you just need that dopamine rush of a finish. You need a finish. You need a completion. So these little projects are a fantastic way to get that rush, to get that finish, to be able to, I'm making sure that you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay. To make sure that you're able to get that completion, and be able to say, oh, look, I finished something. They're not expensive. I don't think I've ever paid over $15 for any special side off canvas project like these. Most of the time, I get them for under $10, unless it's like something that's like major. Like I did just recently purchase a 4-pack of notebooks. Well, it was 4 notebooks, 4 journals. And I think it was $17 was how much I paid. It was another purchase from Temu. They come very quickly. Most of them, they have these in their US warehouse. So you're not having to wait for them to ship from overseas. And you get them super, super fast. And it's, like I said, for me, it's a great way to break up the monotony, to get that instant completion. I make a lot of these as decorations for my house. I make a lot of these as gifts to give people. This one is not going to be a gift. It is going to sit on the mantle in my living room. I have, technically, there's a fireplace. It was boarded up when we bought the house. My husband keeps talking about wanting to have it reopened, but within the city limits, we have to get special permission and a special permit to be able to do that. Plus, I don't know how much of an expense it's going to be. And quite frankly, right now, we not only do not have the money to do any type of project like that. If we did have the money, there are more pressing issues, like getting the dryer's 220 line fixed so that we can dry our own clothes. But, you know, I can't, currently I don't have the money to afford to have an electrician come out and do that. My husband keeps telling me he's got it under control, that he knows what he needs to do. It's just, he has to decide to do it on his own. I can't force him. And if I start harassing him, like saying, Kirk, are you going to fix the dryer? Kirk, are you going to fix the dryer? He's just going to, like, shut down, and I've just set us back, like, 6 months that he's not going to take a look at it. So I'm trying to be patient. I'm trying to keep my mouth shut and just go with it. I mean, is it an inconvenience to me? Yes and no. It's an inconvenience because I can't just wash clothes. But I can't just wash clothes anyway because that's very taxing on my back and on my spine. Like I tried to wash some blankets the other day and he was home, but I'm like, okay, it's just a blanket. I can throw a blanket into the washing machine. Well, you know, it's a blanket that fits on my bed, which is a king size. So it's a king size blanket. And it was a thick, heavy fleece type blanket. It was kind of heavy. I mean, it wasn't horrible heavy, but it was, you know, it had some heft to it, especially once it was wet. I didn't really have too much of a problem putting it in the washing machine, partially. Sorry, I gotta switch. Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry, I was gone way longer than I expected. I totally forgot that I had telehealth therapy. So, I got a little bit more of this done because I was doing it while I was having therapy for part of it. So, I'm gonna get back to working on this. I'm almost done this first little section that I pulled up to do. So that's pretty cool. But I think I was talking about how these are great for when you need a little bit of a break. I actually used to, every Saturday and Sunday, this is what I would do. I would do little projects or a really small, like 13 by 13 snack size canvas that you can get done, you know, in a day or so. So that's one of the reasons why I'm calling this, you know, Side Project Saturday, because of the fact that these are great little side projects to pull out, especially with the weather getting better. Hopefully it is where you live. I know that this week it has been in the mid to upper 60s every day, which has been amazing. All of last week it rained the entire week. So we have not had any rain yet this week. So it has been pretty awesome that we've had such nice weather. I've been able to leave the back door open so the dogs can just go in and out of the house. So they're happy because they like to be able to go and lay out in the sun. The only thing I have to worry about really with that is Atlas and his barking. It's actually kind of funny. When we first moved here, our golden retriever Flash would, he would protect, I guess you could say, the house. He would sit at the front fence and he would bark at and watch for any strangers that walked along the sidewalk or that got too close to our premises. Well, when Flash died, Athena took over that role. Well, as you all know, we lost Athena a month ago yesterday, and Atlas has now taken over that role. So he has been sitting at the front fence, barking at anyone or anything that comes by. So it has been kind of interesting. Not that I want to find out, but I am very intrigued at whether or not Rhea would take on that role if, God forbid, something happened to Atlas. Simply because Rhea does not bark. There has only been a handful of times that Rhea has barked, and every time it has happened, it has been when she has felt threatened. We have a family of snakes that live in our backyard, and last year one of the babies was sunning itself on the sidewalk in our backyard, and she saw it and she got scared. She started barking, and she makes this really high-pitched, you would think that she was a Chihuahua from the sound that comes out of her. Not, you know, a German Shepherd Lab Pit mix. So I'm really curious as to whether or not she would take on that role. It's just kind of odd how the dogs have cycled through it. Okay, so I finished that section. So I'm going to I'm going to put that back down and cover that part. And I'm going to turn over to this side. And I'm going to pull this part up. And let's see, I don't want that much, but my magnet, there we go. And now I can slide it back down. Okay. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to do the I's and the O's like I did on the other side. and have this become all pretty. All right, well, I don't want you guys to have to sit through all of this and me try and make small talk the whole time. So I am going to continue to work on this and get it finished, and I'm going to time lapse it for you guys. Okay? So I will see you in a little bit. All right, and we're back. Okay, so we got the whole outside edge done. Isn't it gorgeous? And that took, for you guys, literally 1 minute and 11 seconds. For me, it has been about 1.5 hours. Not a big deal. So we're going to peel this back the rest of the way. Actually, you know what? Let's do it this way instead. See, I change things all the time. So let's focus on doing the hat, like from his hood. So we need A, C, and D. So here we go. We've got A, C, and D. And then we need 3, 8, and 9, and 10. All right, so we've got 10, 8, 9, and 3. All right. So let's get our labels. Scoot that out of the way for a minute. And we're going to do 8, 9, 10. And then we have A, C, D, and 3. All right. So I've got my labels made. So let's get our little stickers on our trays. We've got 3. We've got D. And if you're wondering why I have all these white Bella trays, whenever you purchase a Bella Art Diamonds kit, you are fortunate enough to get one of these trays. So every Bella Art kit comes with a Bella Essential tray, which is a nice little upgrade that you get. So we've got C here. I just really love doing these little projects. I think they're so cute. I love the fact that they just take a little bit of time, but they really, like, I don't know, light up a room, I guess is the way I look at it. They really just, they're neat little decorations that you can do to help brighten your home. And I love that. which I am a person who, I don't frame all of my diamond art, but I frame a lot of it and put it up. I have a lot that I do for different holidays, and so it goes up for those holidays and then it comes back down. So it gets rotated in and out. Woo. Have you guys noticed, I'm going to jinx myself, I'm sure, by saying this, there hasn't been any static. Hello, spring. Dry heat is gone. I've got the windows cracked. It's funny how things change. I have always been a winter season person. My birthday is in December. I love snow. I live for it. And I just want everything cold, but yet I've actually really been looking forward to it getting warmer, which is just very much not me. All right, so we're going to work on this top part. So I'm going to pull this down to about there. Take my, that's the wrong side. Oop, flip it. All right, we've got that down. What is that? Okay, I don't know. All right, and let's start with D. Let's see if my right hand will cooperate. And we're gonna put our little pearl-like gems up. I always do the large ones first, the special shapes. Not that it really matters. It really doesn't. I guess for me, it's that I want to make sure it's easier for me to manipulate the small ones than it is to manipulate the large ones. So that way, if they're real close to smaller drills that you're going to put down, I can fit them around better if I do the larger ones first than if I'm trying to stick the large drill, these large shapes, where small drills go. All right, it looks like that is all the D's there. So let's put that one back. And now let's do C. So it's just way easier. All right, I am gonna grab a different pen here that's got, oh, not that one. Okay. These are easier if I use a large multi-placer to pick up like this. They tend to be a little too heavy for the single placer part. And since I didn't put a multi-placer on that pen, I'll just use this one for this part. I save all extras of these special drills. I have a project that I'm going to try and do this summer with all of you, where I'm going to create my own diamond painting project. And I plan on using some of these special shaped drills from these special projects that I've done. All right, so we've got that. I am going to go ahead and do 3 right now because I can fit those in the center here of these. So we can go around this. So have any of you guys ever done any side projects like this? I've got a bunch of them, different styles. So we're going to be diving into some of those over the next few Saturdays. I've got a coaster set. I've got some decorative boxes. I've got a bunch of ornaments, a bunch of wall hangings. Some sun catcher type projects. Oh, sorry, I'm having a lot of problems with my thumb on my right hand today. It does not want to cooperate. It keeps going numb and kind of like pinching, and it's like a whole thing. All right, and then we've got one of these going in the center there and in the center there. And then that one is one of our eyes. So it's one of these. Let me see. Cool. All right, this is really coming together. All right, we're gonna put some of these on around this one. So what have you guys been doing lately? Do any of you garden? Do you plant flowers? What do you guys like to do when the weather gets warmer? I am not an outdoors person, which I think is actually a good thing considering my back issues. I used to play tennis years ago, and I played baseball when I was in elementary school. And yes, I mean baseball, not softball. It was a boys and girls baseball team for, I think I was in first grade, second grade. It was t-ball. And then in high school, I played tennis. But that's the extent of my sports career. So I was a chorus, drama, dance. That was the kind of things that I did. I was into those. Sorry about that. My alarm went off yet again. I know. It's not a video with Heather if she doesn't get cut off because of my alarms going off. It's an alarm reminding me to take my afternoon dose of my medication, which I will get to in just a minute. I want to get this petal done so you can see how I do this. And there we go. We got that one done. All right. I just have that one to do as well. All right, guys. I'm going to jump into time lapse again, and we'll get the top of this finished. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back again, and we've got the top part done. So now we're going to prep these. So I need 4, 5, 6, and 7. And yeah, I could have done all of this ahead of time. I could have sat and put them all on the little things to start with, and it might have been easier, potentially. I just don't like when I'm doing small projects, you never know when something's going to come up. And so I don't like having a lot of trays sitting around with drills just laying willy-nilly about. I guess I should have paid attention to the colors because I'm putting green drills in a green tray. That's okay. At least they're crystals, so they won't not show up. I'll be able to see them. But it took me about 20 minutes to do the top. So I'm up to about 2 hours. 6 into this project now. Obviously, it's been a lot shorter for you guys. This is the first time that I've done one of these like picture frame type. And I am definitely going to look and see if they have other ones that I could do, because these are really cool and I really like this. All right, so I've got all my trash in there now. All right, so now let me put my trays back in here so I can see them to pull them out. All right, so now we're not going to need the cover minder because we are, well, you know what? I can put that up there, but it's going to stay by itself. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do again is I am going to go and do the C's. Got a blue drill that we don't need. So I'm going to put the petals on here to use the big ones. I love how these make flowers. Flowers are some of my favorite special drill type projects, because I love filling in the petals. They turn out just so well. All right, so, and we are done with that number now. So let's get our eye out and do the center of these flowers. All right, we've got those done. And then we need A, and we're gonna do the smaller petals. I am a little concerned because a lot of these petals don't have the gold on them. So I'm really hoping that I have enough here to complete all of these because it looks like I got a bunch of dud. All right, we were able to get that one done. So let's see if we can get this one done. I was supposed to be making dinner tonight, but it turns out we were going to have meatball subs, which I'm very much craving. But however, I don't have any cheese. So that was a bit of a bummer. So I think I'm going to have enough of these to get this flour done, because it looks like these are just flipped over. So we'll see. Yep. All right, so we were able to get those done. That looks really good. Oh, I really am enjoying this one. Where is my tweezers? Here we go. I've got a piece of dog hair stuck in the glue. All right, so we're done with that one. So let's go ahead and do number 3, which is going around these flower petals on the inside. Oh, I am really having trouble with that right thumb today, guys. It is definitely bothering me. So I've started taking my Zyrtec every day now that the weather's warmer and the flowers are blooming and the grass is growing and my dogs are outside in the grass and in the pollen and bringing it into the house. And I started taking it midday. Well, I'm just curious, guys. Let me know if this ever happens to you. Do you find that when you take your Zyrtec or your Allegra or your Claritin or whatever allergy med that you take, do you find that like for the first hour after you take it that your nose is kind of runny and then it slowly stops? Because that is definitely what I have been experiencing here lately. Like when I took that pause, before I started time-lapsing the top, I stopped and took my medication first. So I took my Zyrtec, and ever since, my nose has been a little runny, and I've been a little congested. And I've noticed that always seems to be the case. Like about a half an hour to an hour after taking it, that I start getting like the sniffles. And then about an hour or so afterward, it'll go away and it'll be okay again. And I won't have the issue. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. All right, I do believe we are done that color. Let's grab our number 1. And we're going to do around this flower. So how many of you are interested in or have already gone on to Amazon or Temu and went looking for projects like this to do for yourself. I would love to know if you guys are planning on doing any little side projects like this. If you have done, I think that was it actually. If you've done side projects like this in the past, I'd love to know. Let's see, where is my 10? There it is. I'm gonna fill in the shoes. So I would absolutely love to know whether or not you guys have done things like this in the past. I'm trying to think what the very first off-canvas project was that I did. And I'm thinking it was a bookmark. Or you know what? It might be Christmas cards. Because last year was the first year that I actually sent them out. And I will say, just word of warning, it was expensive for postage to send them out. I want to say, I think it was $1.35 per card because they have odd size envelopes. So that was a little bit of a shock. At least I know going into it this year that it's going to be like that. So I will be prepared for it. I did not get the Christmas Advent box from Diamond Art Club this past year, and I really wish I would have, because it had all kinds of little side projects in it. I think there was a coaster set and some stickers and some cards. And I really regret not purchasing the kit. You know, not to mention the 2 little snack-sized diamond kits. Now, I was able to grab Done Decorating, the Snoopy one. So I did get that off of D-Stash. And I wasn't terribly upset about missing the other one because it was a cat, and I'm not a cat person. Had it been a dog, I probably would have been a little bummed. But it wasn't, so it was fine. But I regretted, I should say, getting the other special projects that came with it. So, but, you know, to each his own. It's fine. Things happen. But we're going to get this done, and that will be very cool. I'll be able to put this up. You guys will get to see it finished. And we'll have a snifty little project done for Saturday. And I think I said earlier, I am going to go onto Temu and see if I can relocate the listing for the kit, and I will list it in the description below. So in case you like this and you decide you want to go and grab one for yourself, hopefully they will still have it available. I'm going to look and hope that maybe they have some other ones available. Because I think that would be neat. All right. All right. Well, I'm going to go and put, oh, I missed the bottom half of the stem over here. Trying to get back to just... All right, I'm going to jump back into time-lapse mode and finish this up for you guys. I'll see you in a few. All right, guys. Well, it is done. He is completed. He turned out beautifully. The only thing I want to point out with this is that this part is got glue on it. It is sticky. So my suggestion is to put it up someplace where the glue can cure. That will make it over a couple of days. It will become not sticky, but put it in a place where you don't have to worry about bugs or dog hair or something along that nature. But I hope you really enjoyed working on this project. I hope you got a kick out of the time-lapse part, and I hope you check back next Saturday for another Small Project Saturday. So if you did like and enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. It does help with the algorithms and getting my videos recommended and noticed by more people. And if you have not already subscribed and you love everything diamond painting and want to see some more exciting things, and then also potentially join in on my mental health series as well with diamond painting, I would love to have you. So please hit that subscribe button. It is completely free. And then you can hit the bell to be notified when I put up new videos like this one. So take care, everybody. I will have some links in the description box below, so check those out, and I will see you soon. Don't ever let anyone dull your sparkle. Shine bright, everybody. See you soon. Bye.